Still to come, European champion Petr Barna, as well as the Canadian champion Michael Slipchuk. Jean Semp continues her series of judging features tonight. Jean looks at the jump combinations, one of the critical elements required in tonight's original program.
In the men's original program, this time we've picked the jump combination to highlight and to focus in on. Here the men have a choice. They can perform either a double-double combination, which of course is the easiest to do, a double-triple combination, which is more difficult, especially if the triple jump is the second jump, or a triple-triple combination, which is the most difficult to do. Now remember, the most difficult jump to perform is the triple axel that we see Brian Orser do here. The best skaters will attempt this jump in combination, either with a double following it, as in this triple axel, double toe loop of Ermanov, or with a triple following it, like Petrenko's triple axel, triple toe loop, the latter being extremely difficult to do. Regardless of which jumps are chosen, the individual jumps should be performed well with speed of approach. Solid takeoff, good height, and smooth landing with enough flow to maintain speed for an equally well-performed second jump. Deductions from the required elements mark will apply in the jump combination if the skater makes mistakes, like falling after the first jump, deduction of 0.5. Touching down with either the hand or the free foot, as we see here on the second jump, deduction of 0.2. Or rotating on the ice between the landing of the first jump here and the takeoff of the second jump, a deduction of 0.2. The judgment call in assessing these jump combinations comes in determining the difficulty of the jumps put together, the order in which they are skated, in other words, is the triple the first jump or the second jump or both, and how well is each jump within the combination executed. It should prove exciting. Chris?
Petr Barna, République Fédérative Tchèque et Slovaque.
Czech and Slovak Federative Republic.
Here's the new European champion, 25-year-old Petr Barna of Prague, Czechoslovakia, and he won that title in Lausanne on the strength of a brilliant original program. And remember, in Munich, he was the only skater to record a perfect 6 in the original program.
Well, of all the medal contenders here, and Petr is one of them, he is the only one not to perform a triple axel. At the European Championships, at the press conference afterwards, he was describing what he feels when he goes into a triple axel, and he said, "It feels like I'm jumping off a bridge." He's going into his triple Lutz combination. Very well done.
Lovely triple loop jump, and Petr is in sharp contrast to perhaps Paul Wiley, who practices extremely well but sometimes doesn't come through when it comes to the event. Petr in practice does very, very little. He comes out and is very casual about his whole practices, but when it comes to the night of, he tends to deliver. Here Petr is executing his straight line footwork sequence, which is one of the required 8 elements in the original program. They must complete 2 sequences of their choice.
What I like about Petr's skating is he's a very complete skater. His footwork is very interesting, his spins are good, and although he doesn't do the triple axel, his jumps are very solid.
Czechoslovakian flag flying in the crowd, and Petr Barna has ignited the Olympic ice hall with the finest performance of the early skaters. He was fourth at the World Championships last year, bumped off the podium by a great skate from Todd Eldridge late in the competition, but clearly he will be in the hunt for a medal here with that performance.
Well, we never saw Peter smile throughout the performance, but now that he's finished, there certainly is a broad smile on his face. Here we're looking at his triple Lutz, triple toe combination, executed very well. Good height on both jumps, strong position, nice extension on the landing.
Here's a look at his triple loop. He gets nice height, very tight in the air, in a good, nice landing position.
Unified team.
Peter with his coach, František Pekar, who he has skated with for the last 15 years. Second Olympics for Peter. He competed in Calgary. Was a disappointing 15th. Tremendous pressure on him in Calgary after the Czechoslovakian hockey team placed 6th, and officials were demanding a medal from him, and he crumbled under that pressure during the long program.
Peter's a very intense skater. He's always very serious on practice. It's really nice to see that smile right now.
Well, he has a very different approach to his performances. A lot of skaters will try to reach out and involve the audience in their program, but Peter tends to remain very turned in, concentrating on the job he has to get done out there.
How restricted are the judges here in that Peter is the 5th of 31 skaters? Does that really keep the marks lower than they might have been had he skated later?
Well, there's certainly a situation here where they know as judges that there are a lot of top performers yet to come. So yes, they do have to a degree, hold their marks back in case there's like as Barbin mentioned, Peter only did the triple Lutz, triple toe combinations. We're going to see some attempted triple axel, triple toe combinations, and certainly they are going to merit higher marks. So yes, to a point, they will have to keep Peter in check, but only to a small degree.
Judges taking longer here than it took for Peter to skate the 2-minute 40-second program. He's saying, where are the marks? And here they come now. And look at those marks. 5-8 from the Canadian judge. That's a solid set of marks so early in the competition.
And the artistic can only be the same or higher.
This is indeed a great standard for the rest of the skaters to shoot at.
5-6, 5-7, 5-8, 5-7.
Well, some people often ask, is it better to skate early or late? Well, here's an example where if you can go out and lay down a solid performance, you force everyone else to chase you.
Crowd likes the second set. 5-9 from the Italian judge, and 5-8 the rest of the way. A 5-9 as well from Australia. Petr Barna, the early leader with an impressive original program. Back with the Canadian champ, Michael Slipchak, when we return to Albertville.
5-7, 5.